This is Devin Mann from Man Versus. The following episode of Man Versus was recorded at All In Recording Studios. In order to win, you got to be all in. You hear me? All In Recording Studios. Let's get it, baby. How y'all doing? It's Man Versus here. I have a very special guest. I'm doing a collab with someone else who has a very controversial podcast. I do like it. You guys know I love having girls on the podcast. They bring a very different perspective, and we actually have our first non-black guest on the podcast. How you doing, Diana?
I'm good. How about yourself? I love that I'm the first non-black person.
That's
Look, I'm out here just trying to make history.
Bro, I like the fact that like we were saying earlier before we were talking for the podcast, I like that, you're a girl in the industry, a female in the industry, and you're Latina in the industry. Yeah. I wanted to talk to you just about like a range of stuff because, I love the vibe of your podcast. First off, I like the name, shaking the culture. Shaking the culture. I feel like it's very controversial. I like that. I'm very against the grain. I don't like to go with I'll go with the grain if it makes sense.
Yeah.
But a lot of the things I don't like to go with the grain against because of the fact that I feel like in the culture, a lot of things aren't really, how do I put it? I feel like us as black people, or, my culture as black people, I feel like we don't think outside the box enough. Mm-hmm. Like even in politics, I feel like we're really attached to like the Democrats and, like I know Latinas, like Latin people, they tend to vote Republican, which is cool.
Well, see, my thing is that I agree with you though, because me, actually, I didn't even introduce myself, guys. Oh, what's up?
Conversation was sort of
right? She's like ready. Okay, but let me introduce myself real quick. But guys, my name is Diana Garcia. I'm the host and creator of Shaking the Culture podcast and Shaking the Culture Festival. We'll talk about that a little bit more, I feel like, for sure, throughout the podcast. But yeah, guys, my Instagram though for Shaking the Culture on all social media platforms is Shaking the Culture. And my personal one is Diana_Garcia with 3 A's. But back to your question there, or what you had stated, I feel like Hispanics are like that as well. We're really close-minded. We're really specifically talking about my parents and stuff like that. My parents are like, the only thing you're supposed to do is just work. You're supposed to bust your ass, work the 9 to 5. Just keep it simple, straight to a point, make your money, stay quiet, and just follow. And I, like you said, I like going against everything. So it's like, no, I can't.
I love the going against the grain aspect of it. And I feel like this generation, like people who are the ages of probably like 20 to like 28 maybe. Mm-hmm. I feel like that generation, we're kind of doing like a revolution in our own way. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of people don't graduate college and go to 9 to 5. Like they'll graduate college or even drop out of college, and this dude's like, no, bro, I'm gonna do what I want to do. Like I have a homeboy, he has a 6-figure business and he's a contractor. Like he does like TV setups and like home installations and things like that. Okay. And he's his own boss. He does what he loves. Like he's on Google. His name is Trevor. Like he's like, me and him are really cool. We've been cool since day one of me being here at Kennesaw. But yeah, like I do like the fact that our generation is switching everything up, and I kind of want us to get back to that. Like, no, be happy, do what you want to do. Because my goal is to do real estate and photography. Like I'm a photographer, if you didn't know.
Okay, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I take pictures, and it's pretty like it makes me enough money to where I can do extra savings and buy what I want and things like that. But it's definitely something that I like that we do because it's no longer common. It wasn't common for our parents. Because like you said, because my parents kind of had the same logic of, you graduate college, you go to the job, you put money in your 401k, you don't disrupt the system, everything. Because, we're minorities, like you're Mexican and I'm black. So it's like, you don't want to do anything that goes against the grain, and you don't want to get in trouble. Like you don't want the cops to be mad at you. You don't want the teachers to be mad at you. Like, everything just be cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
But yeah, do you do anything outside of do you have a 9 to 5? Or
I actually do. It's crazy because I've gotten a lot. They're like, what, you have a 9 to 5? And yeah, I actually do. I'm actually in the medical field. Yeah, I'm a medical assistant, and so I've been doing that for 3 years actually. Been in the medical field for 3 years.
Really? I did not see that coming.
Yeah,
Really?
no, everybody's like, yo, that's a huge, like, medical field to being in the industry. Those are two different things. And it's like, yeah, I mean, sometimes in the medical field, you have to be creative on what you're doing, you know, like certain situations, you're like, oh, snap, think like outside your head, you know, outside of the box and stuff. So, yeah.
I didn't see that coming from the medical field because a lot of your content is about, you know, culture and like, you know, people on our age and, you know, hip hop and, you know, rapping and, you know, like, I did not see that because you just threw a festival.
Yes, I just did my first Shaking the Culture festival.
Yeah, because King Don was telling me about it, and you know, you guys were talking about it right before this. How did that go? Like, how did that even start? Like, what is that?
Okay, so how Shaking the Culture Festival even came about is so one of my ex-boyfriends, I've always wanted to go to Rolling Loud. You know, this was like in 2018, and yeah, so I was dating this guy, and for his birthday, I was like, oh, you know what? Let me just buy him his ticket and my ticket because I've always wanted to go. Like, and then plus his birthday, I was like, this is your Christmas birthday and your Christmas present because Rolling Loud tickets, you know, they're not cheap. So I'm like, yes. So I was
they're
like,
crazy.
Exactly.
They're
I was like,
crazy.
Dang it. I was like, oh, let me choose my credit card for this one. I haven't used it. So I used my credit card and bought us tickets. So we went out to Rolling Loud. And that experience in general is like, yo, the experience of seeing your favorite artist perform and that song or whatever songs they perform, to me, they gave me such a different aspect of when I listened to it. So I'm the type of person is like, I love the memories. I don't care for anything materialistic. I enjoy the memories.
The experience.
So, the memories, experience, the like, oh my God.
The ambiance, all of it.
Yes. So I'm like, damn, I want to impact somebody's life like that. So let me go ahead and do a festival. And with my festival, no, I didn't have Travis Scott, you know, all those celebrities. But the way I think about it is everybody around us, sooner or later, within a couple years, they're going to be the next Drakes, the next Rihannas, the next everybody wants to be with. So why not collab with them and help them grow to the point where they can be those people and I already have a relationship with them because I supported them and everything is genuine. Everybody that I have on my podcast, anything I do collabing with anybody, it's always genuine. I never want to do it for clout. I could have somebody that has like 20 followers, but if I fuck with you, whatever you're doing, I'm going to support you from day one. So yeah, that's really kind of how Shaking the Culture Festival came about. And the thing about it, the reason why it's called Shaking Culture Festival, just with the whole name for it too, I want to bring something different with the festival, not just the music. But I also had like small local, I don't want to say small, local brands there. So I had this lemonade brand. Dang it, sorry Azara if you're listening to this. His brand is organic. It's an organic lemonade. His lemonade is like the best lemonade ever. So I had him, and I had my aunt. She had I'm Mexican, like I said. So I was like, I want to bring my culture into this festival. Who doesn't like Mexican food? It's rare. It's like 25% that don't.
Hitting.
But yeah, it was authentic.
Be hitting.
No,
oh my God.
I'm telling. But yeah, we had tacos and stuff like that. You know, and it's like everybody thinks like some American people made Taco Bell's like real Mexican food or
no, oh my God,
you know, stuff like that.
Stop
it. So it's just right. But stuff like that. I'm like, all right, let me actually bring the authentic Hispanic food out and put it into this culture where you are enjoying the music and stuff like that. So we had local brands. We had also a photographer. My goal with the photography stuff or videographers is have like a whole section for them so they could put their art out, their blow up their photos and actually see, because without these people with the cameras, producers, etc., we wouldn't be able to see what we have. Some of these artists are not that creative, to be honest with you. So that's where creative directors come, the set designers, the videographers, directors. So I'm just like, that's a reason kind of for Shaking the Culture, because I'm like, I'm actually going to tone it down on the interviews with the artists, not going to lie to you, because I feel like I kind of got lost in the music industry or the music aspect of it. So I'm like, I need to recollect myself, because it wasn't, the podcast, of course, is to support like small local artists, but I want to give a platform for videographers, photographers, people that don't really get the shine in front of the camera. So,
yeah, the biggest people that I personally feel like don't get their just dues or their say-sos is the creative directors, because
Definitely.
like everyone tags the videographer, be like, oh, this person shot this, and everyone tags the photographer, and even, you know, people a lot of times tag the makeup artist, and, you know, people will tag the person that, you know, that did the clothes and everything, but I feel like the creative directors, they get the least amount of love. Because like one of my really, really close friends, like he's like my brother, his name is E-Man, and he's a creative director.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and right now him and his team, or I don't know if he's there, but I know parts of his team are doing the New York Fashion Week.
Oh, that's dope.
Oh my God, they just did it. They released, it was him, another videographer named UV, my mentor 4K, and they had like some other people, I can't remember them. But they just did like a little mini promo trailer, like for a part of New York Fashion Week, and it went crazy. Like New York Fashion Week posted them like on their page.
Oh, that's hard.
Oh my God, it
That's
was
crazy.
beautiful. Yeah, and they shouted him out too, and like the, you know, the videographer and the photographers and the
Yeah.
people that edited and everything. And it was like one of the best things I've ever seen, because I've never seen a major pay, because they had like 400 million, like some crazy number.
Yeah.
And I've never seen a major page like that give everyone like credit like that.
Yeah, and
like
it's rare.
rarely have I ever seen that. And so to your point, when you were saying like photographers and videographers and creative directors and stuff, they really don't get their credit a lot of the time. And then I know I've personally have been lucky enough to not experience clients where they don't tag me and they don't give me credit. Like 99% of the time, like they'll tag me. It's like, oh, X, Y, and Z took my pictures and everything like that. But I'm in a group chat full of like, it's like 90 of us, like like Atlanta, yeah. But it's like all over Georgia. It's like some in Valdosta, some like up north, some in Atlanta, yeah, Savannah, and like we throw each other gigs if we're too busy or whatever. And they have issues with sometimes people like, yo, like I shot this famous person and they won't tag me.
Yeah.
And you know, like that's how we really get our business, like word of mouth.
Yeah.
Like you can market all you want, like that's fine, but a lot of the business that you get is word of mouth. Because like if I shoot you, you tell all your friends, and then your friends tell their friends, and like, oh my God, who did her pictures? They're so cute. Oh my God, like I want pictures just like that.
Yeah.
And that's usually like I get like I was looking at my Excel sheet. I get like 87% of my clients that way.
Always. Yeah, it's always like that. What's it called? I used to date a photographer, so I definitely, I would always be like,
I'm so sorry.
Why you say sorry?
Oh my, he had to be busy all the time.
It was good. Yeah, but that's the thing though. Like once, if I get in a relationship like that, I knew what I was getting myself into.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah, I've always been like, especially because I want to do my own thing. Like we understood each other and stuff like that. Like I'm so cool with him to this day and stuff. So yeah, no, like you probably know him. I'll tell you about him later. Because you know, but yeah, but no, he would always be like out doing these like celebrity shoots or whatnot, you know, and he's has like all these connects. So it's like, no, like you said, photographers are always super busy.
Yeah,
So
we're like, because one shoot leads to like 6 shoots. Because recently I just shot the Latina Miss USA Georgia.
Oh,
her name is
congrats.
her name is Vicky. It was her birthday.
Okay.
And she was recommended by my other friend Tiffany, because she was asking for photographers for her birthday or whatever. And me and her, and I could tell like she was, because like the profile of like the Miss Latina USA, like she controls it.
Yeah.
And so she was looking for photographers or whatever, and you know, we did the shoot. She came over. It was really dope, because my studio is in Kennesaw. It's like from here it's like 10 minutes away.
Okay.
Yeah, she came over and it was really dope, and it was really clean, like, you know, white backdrop, her makeup on fleek, you know, the retouching, everything was beautiful. And from her, like within a week and a half, I got like six people talking to me about, yo, I need pictures like you did her pictures, like they're really fine.
Yeah.
And she told me that you did them and you were really nice and you're really funny.
Yeah.
And like I want pictures just like her.
Yeah.
And even a modeling agency reached out to me, like, and we've been talking like the past couple of days, and they want to do like a collab, and so like hopefully that leads to, you know, more brands and campaigns and things like that. But that just goes to show you how like tagging, you know, and giving props to people like that really does help their business.
Definitely. You know, I actually Right now, I'm not gonna lie to you. Right now, I just want to ask you so many questions. Like, just want to switch
you
the
can
whole
ask him.
interview.
You can ask him. You can ask him. You can ask him.
Okay.
Nah, ask me away.
Yeah, but what's called? But let's go back kind of to the whole tagging and stuff like that. I was watching B Simone, like Instagram or not Instagram, YouTube channel or something like that. Because sometimes I'm like, just turn it on or whatever, just for like back music. Wow, just noise in the background.
Yeah.
And light skinned Keisha said, sometimes I do tag my photographers or whoever it is, either makeup or stuff like that. But sometimes I don't, because then they get too busy for me and then they can't do things for me. How do you feel about that?
I get it, but to me, that's selfish, because you want them to be on their dime. I mean, on your dime, and not the other way around, because that person's dependent like that. So photographers' incomes are dependent upon how many people that we book.
Yeah.
Light-skinned Keisha is not dependent on that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what specific sponsor she has or anything like that. Sorry. But it's rare for a photographer to get a sponsor.
Definitely.
Like, to, just... Like, I think the only photographer that I know of that got a sponsor is this one photographer in Atlanta. I can't remember his name, but he got a sponsor with Nike like 2 years ago.
Is that about Cam Kirk?
Yeah, Cam Kirk.
That's like my idol. That's how I started shaking the culture, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the only photographer that I know of that got a sponsorship, and who has money coming in, even if he doesn't shoot. And, for light-skinned Keisha, and the crazy part is, I know her photographer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, his name is Chad.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, so, like, we're in a group chat together, and, like, he follows me on, we follow each other, like, all on social media and stuff like that. And we actually talk about, retouching and editing and things like that. But, I mean, she does tag him sometimes.
Yeah.
And, he's tagged her, but I don't know per se if I agree with that, because, like, what if you don't book him?
Yeah, no, I understand, but I feel like it was not just like, I mean, she said if anybody would ask, she would be like, of course, it was this person, that person,
Yeah.
She does it just once in a while, because, I mean, I get where she was coming from, and like, it is kind of selfish, but it's just like
high key.
Yeah, so it's just like, okay, but I mean,
because
to each his own, honestly.
Because you got to look at it like this, right? If so let's say she shoots him, let's say like she shoots him with him today, like right now, right? And the pictures go crazy, they go 50,000 whatever, blah blah blah, right?
Yeah.
When is the next time she's going to shoot with him?
Yeah.
Because you don't need pictures every single day.
No, exactly.
You might need pictures maybe every 2 to 3 months, because you keep up your brand and you want work coming out and your lifestyle and the videos. Okay, I get that, cool.
Yeah.
But one time every 2 to 3 months is like what, 4 or 5 times a year maybe?
Yeah.
So it's like you book me 4 or 5 times a year. During that time, like, what am I doing? And then also, people on that scale, on like Keisha's scale, you should have like your own PR team and like your own HR and like your own agents, and reaching out to people. Your photographer is saying like, hey, she needs this date in the future. Like, you should have her schedule.
Yeah.
So to me, actually, I don't like it. I don't fuck with it. I disagree completely. At first I was 50-50, but the more I think about it, the more I was like, nah. Because I even have a couple real estate agents like on retainer, and they book me for like like pictures of the houses and like their headshots and things like that. But they tell everybody, like they're like, oh, they tag me in everything, like even the houses of the pictures, which you don't even need to tag me for, because it's like they're just houses of pictures. But like the headshots and the lifestyle photos and things like that, like they always tag me. So I just don't agree. Nah, I don't agree with that. I think that's whack.
Yeah, and see, and this is the thing though, she wasn't really talking about her photographer. She was talking more about her makeup artist and stuff like that. To clarify that, like, it was more like, makeup
I still think
artist.
that's whack.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, each his own. I mean,
because those are very labor based jobs, and they get paid off of how many people book them.
Yeah.
And sure, you can be a makeup artist and charge like $1,000. If I don't know how much makeup
I don't know
artist.
either.
I don't do makeup at all, but I'm a guy. You know what I'm saying. So it's like, but you can charge what you charge and do what you do. At the end of the day, though, like, people need to book you.
Definitely.
So even to even beyond makeup, like hair.
Hair, everything, literally,
everything.
from the details to stylists to creative directors. I agree with you, though. I definitely agree. That's the reason why, Shaking the Culture, I would want more creatives. I don't want people to be like, oh, it's just a music page. No, the music page is the Shaking the Culture Festival. That's where you can see your music and stuff like
everything.
that. But I definitely want to do, that's where I'm like, okay, let me tag whoever, what brand it is. I've been up to Detroit, interviewed some people, and it was like a model and small local business owners and stuff like that. So
So the crazy part about, not crazy, but very interesting is I actually recorded a interview like for videography with a model and my friend Naya. She's not a model, but the model, her name was Shanti, and we were talking about sexual assault and sexism and stuff like that in the in like the the culture of me and you, right?
Yeah.
And so I personally try to make sure that whenever any girl or any guy comes into my studio, like they're always comfortable.
Yeah.
Like all the time. Like, I leave the door open. So like if, I say, hey, if you want to bring 2 or 3 friends, that's fine. You don't bring 6 friends. That's a little crazy.
My whole entourage.
Yeah, you're tripping at that point. Meet me halfway.
Yeah.
But if you want to bring like 1 or 2 friends, or if you got a boyfriend and you want to bring him,
yeah.
I always want to make sure that you feel comfortable, because I don't want anyone to ever be like, yeah, I went to Devin's studio and like he's a creep, and like, because were you on Twitter like a year and a half ago when all this stuff went down?
Look, I'm gonna be truthfully honest with you. I fucking hate Twitter. I don't get on Twitter. I don't like. And see, everybody's like, oh, there's so much that goes on. Honestly, I post something and I get off social media. I'm in my own little world trying to see how I could, I'm sorry. I do have a Twitter. Shaking the Culture does have a Twitter. But this is why I'm getting someone to manage my social media, because I hate Twitter. Sorry, Twitter.
Twitter is the best, worst thing that we've ever invented. But it's good for business, but it's also very toxic. So
toxic. That's why I'm just like, oh, I don't know about Twitter.
But what happened was a few years ago, like a year and a half ago, when everything was going on with the Black Lives Matter and everything like that, and the pandemic, there was like at all the major schools in Georgia. Mm-hmm. So it started off in I think the DMV. And they were doing like lists of people who sexually assaulted women and men. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, and it started from the DMV and it slowly trickled down to Georgia. And then like it went crazy here. Like they were posting faces and text messages and like evidence of all the sexual
I saw that. I did see that though. I'm not gonna lie, I did see that. That is crazy.
So it started at Georgia State, then it went to Kennesaw, then it went to UGA, and then like all the other smaller ones. Yeah. And so like I didn't know how bad it was in the community, because a lot of models were like, yo, don't work with this dude, like he's a predator, blah blah blah. Yeah. And I was like, what? I was like, dog is, and I even started to steer away from certain types of shoots, because I don't want anything to happen, like like boudoir shoots or like lingerie shoots or things like that. Like I just don't do it. Like I just never gonna, unless it's for like a brand. Yeah. Like if you have like a clothing, like that's a different exception. Mm-hmm. But if you're just a random person who's want, like, I'm like, nah, bro, I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, it's just like, nah, maybe the next photographer will, but not I. Yeah, maybe the next photographer. But it was really sad though, because a lot of female, because there's not really that many female photographers in Atlanta. No, there isn't. There's some. Like there's some. That I know of, there's 2 at Kennesaw, and there's 1 girl in the group chat that talks actively. So there's only 3 that I know of. And who are they? So one girl name is Olivia. I recently just met her at an event that I shot. She's really cool. Like she's tall, black, beautiful. Oh my god, like she's so nice. Yeah. When she was talking to me, she was really cool. Like we followed each other on Instagram. Mm-hmm. And there's another girl named Jordan. She goes to Kennesaw. She's really cool. Like, we talk on Twitter. Even when there are models who are saying, hey, I need a female photographer, like she's the one I recommend all the time. And then the other one, I can't pronounce her name because I don't think it's her real name. I think it's her Instagram name. Yeah. It starts with the I. Okay. But she's a female photographer. And it sucks that a lot of the girls can't find photographers who are not creepy.
Yeah.
Like, it's really sad.
It is. It definitely is. You know, it's crazy. I actually, the photographer I had for the Shaking the Culture Festival, her IG is IT, like I, like EYE.
That's creative.
She is amazing, though. I love her. And like you said, it's rare for me to find like a female photographer, but thank God I definitely. Genesis Ramos, I don't know if you know who that is.
Sounds really familiar.
Yeah, she's dope. She's super dope. She does everything creative. Like shout out to Jen and also Tori. I
know a Tori.
Dang, I don't remember her IG exactly, but it's Tori. Like I said, guys, go to Shaking the Culture or my personal page, and I actually did like a bunch of lake shoot with Tori, and then Tay. I met her just because she was a part of the Shaking the Culture Festival. Jen, I've been knowing her since she was a freshman in high school. So
y'all go way back.
We go way back. We used to play soccer together to that point, you know, like we go way back. But there's like some dope ass female photographers, and I just met this girl like a couple months ago, Haley. Now she's like my official photographer for Shaking the Culture. And I met this other girl too. But like what you were saying though, it's hard. Like in this industry, it's a lot of guys in the industry. So I definitely, you know, in the near future, want to do like a female networking event where it's like
I support all female things. Like if there wants to be like an all female gym, like I don't really like. I'm not one of those guys that get butthurt over like first off, why do you care that much that it makes you upset? Like I could see if they were like, you know, bashing you or something, but it's like, you know,
we don't care.
Like I don't really care. It's like it's a gym, it's a mall, whatever, bro. Like you'll be fine, bro. Is it that deep? Like nigga, relax.
But it's because you're mature. That's the thing. You know, you're not like everybody else. Like you said, everybody's like, oh my God, were they talking about me? No, bro, it ain't all about you. You got
because
to talk about.
Because I do get it. Why some girls will want like a all, you know, female place. You know, because there are some girls who don't give a fuck. They're like, man, it's a gym, bro. I'm just going to lift, right? And that's fine. But there are some girls who, like, I kind of see why they want... Because there's some creepy dudes out here, you know? Like,
definitely.
There's some dudes, like, I'm like, yo, you need to get... Like, you've clearly never been beat the fuck up. And you need to be beat the fuck up.
No, exactly. Actually, with that even being said, I'm actually a really shy person, and I don't like...
No way.
Yeah, no, I already said that. And I'm actually like, I shouldn't be saying that anymore because I feel like with me starting Shaking the Culture, the podcast, and me actually the first time ever hosting an event, my festival, being on the mic, everybody's like, Dana, you didn't look like this, that, and third. But it's like I've always been shy because of like being sexually like talked about and all this stuff, you know, throughout like my whole life and stuff. So that's the reason why I was so like not confident about myself and always questioned myself. And I was like, okay, I never want to be the type of girl to show too much because I want, when I step into a room, I want a guy to respect me, not because
what would you want to wear, bro? It's 2021.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like, you know, back then to now to a point where it's like, now I was like, I could wear whatever the fuck I want and I don't have to, you know, but I really struggled a lot with like self-confidence and like self-confidence and believing in myself because of all like the bullying and stuff like that I went through in mainly in middle school. High school, not really. I just hated my neighborhood, honestly, because it was just really like bullying just in my neighborhood, nothing in school or anything like that. Because in school, it was like, oh, hey, Diana, hey, you know, soccer, you know, and this, that, and third. But it was really mainly my school, and I came to realize it was really just envy of all those guys because I would get bullied by guys.
Fuck those guys.
Yeah, so it's just like with me doing this, it really helped me step out of my comfort zone. Because I started first doing kind of like modeling. I wanted to do modeling.
Do it.
So I did. And then I was like, I'm surrounded by all these dope ass creatives. I need a platform for them so they could talk. So now I stacked up in my interviews. So it's like a bunch of interviews. But now I want to be, my friends are always like, Dana, you are already a creative director. So I want to be like set designing, being a creative director. And doing more modeling, you know, throughout the year and stuff like that. So I'm gonna start doing that. But like for me saying all this stuff, it's just like, dude, sometimes females, when we want something like just a female photographer, this, that, and third, it's probably because we went through something that nobody knows about. So we just prefer and feel more comfortable with a female because of the shit that we've been through, you know. And a lot of people are like like you said, guys are like butthurt about it, and it's just like, nah, bro, you don't know what the hell I've been through. You don't know anything, you know. So it's just like, guys, y'all need to understand. Like, don't get butthurt. I promise you, there's gonna be another female that's gonna be like, oh fuck it, let's just do it.
Yeah, you know? Exactly. Like, and I always have the mentality of mainly because we live in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. Like, there's like 1 million people in Atlanta.
Definitely.
Like literally 1 million people in Atlanta. So it's like, I don't get hurt if there's one person who doesn't book me. Mm-hmm. Like, I just don't see the point in being like, bro, okay, she's not gonna book you or he's not gonna book you. Mm-hmm. There's literally 100 other people that will book you.
Definitely.
You know, and another thing too is like, you shouldn't work with everyone that asks you to work with them.
Yes.
Like, not every client is a good client or even a good fit for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're really shy, right?
I used to be.
Oh, you used to be.
Now I'm getting out of my comfort zone.
So. Like, as you can tell, I'm not shy at all. Like, I
love it. That's why I feel like we just collab. It's just like, okay, you know, fuck with your energy, okay?
Yeah, and then also, if you're trying to get in creative directing and stuff like that, man, like, yo, talk to me after this. Like, talk to me. Like, no, I can definitely.
Right now, I'm just like, yo, I have so many questions I want to ask you. I wanted to kind of just switch the role and be like, instead of you like, okay, so tell me about blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, yo, I need it. Because I wanted to do it and I have so many ideas and I want to create, but I don't really know where to start because I've never really been in the role of or really seeing a creative director in the works. So that's something like, oh, I would want to be like kind of shadow somebody or like do something with it. So yeah.
So when I first got into photography and like, you know, this industry and like videography, mm-hmm. the first thing I did was YouTube University.
Yeah,
like straight
that's
up.
what I did too.
Yeah,
that's why I was like, I want to be now in person type of thing.
Yeah. So after YouTube University, I kind of got like a mentor. His name is Tommy 4K, and we kind of shoot similar, but I try not to make my work look like his. And I've been, as of late, like the past year, mm-hmm. I've been steering in my own direction. But he was definitely like, I have a question like, yo, Tommy, X, Y, and Z. And he was like, yeah, bro, you want to do it like this? And I'm like, all right, bet. But he's gotten so big, like he shoots celebrities now. He shoots like major brands. Mm-hmm. Like he get flown out. You know what I'm saying? He out here getting flown out. You feel me?
Shit, must be nice. That's the goal.
But yeah, like, and then I don't know if it's lucky that I just know them and they're just really nice. But they're like all my friends who are photographers and creative directors. They're like, yeah, bro. Like if you ever want to come on set, like just let me know.
So.
Yeah, so like, and I'm pretty sure they'll definitely, you know, fuck with you on that because like the best thing that you can do is just to do it.
Yes,
it's just to try it first, and then because like realistically, your first year or so mm-hmm. will be okay, but it won't be your best work
for sure.
And then you'll get better and better and better and better, and then you'll look back 3 years from now and be like, yo, like, what was that? Like,
I agree.
Did I really release that? Like, I look at photos that I took from like 2019.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's no way I uploaded this. Like, there's no way.
Like, damn, I thought this was good. What?
I thought this was so fire. And then now I look at my work now, I'm like, how am I gonna feel in 3 years from now?
Yeah.
Like, will I think that this work sucks? Because I think this work looks great.
Yeah.
And then like it just really gives you a perspective on everything. But
yeah.
like the biggest advice that I would say for, you know, male, female, black, tall, short, whatever, like, you know, blind, like just try and just do it.
Definitely. Because,
and I say this a lot to like my friends and, you know, people that, so in my friend group, I'm the stubborn asshole. Like
that's good,
bro, because I just don't want my friends to like, I want them to see the worth that I see in them. Mm-hmm. You know, like I tell them, I'd be like, yo, believe in the you that I believe in. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a thing that I've been saying. Like I don't know where I got
that.
Yeah, I don't know where I got it from, but I've been saying it for like the past like 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
And, you know, I say it to my best friend. I say it to like my, you know, my gang, my squad that I hang out with, my brothers. I say it to my girl. I say it to my cousins. Okay. Like I say it to everyone. I'm like, yo, like believe in the you that I believe in, because I see the potential in you, because you're always asking about it. You're always trying to look into doing it. You know, I see the little notes you take, you're Googling, like when we chilling, like I can, you know, I peep that you're, you know, trying to research it. So I know it's in you. You just got to believe in yourself the way I believe in you. And I know you can be fine.
Definitely.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, my homegirl, her name is Nay. She owns like a skincare line.
Okay.
And her shit's fire. Like her shit's like she gets more Instagram followers every day. She's constantly promoting her shit. And I be telling her, I be like, yo, like you're really good at this.
Yeah.
Like it smells good. Like my skin be soft.
Yeah.
And you know, like I like to help build up the brands that I know. And it's not even like you even gotta do nothing in return for me, because I'm gonna be okay.
Yeah.
I know I'm gonna be fine. Like, I'm gonna be good. Like this is to help out my friends, because like genuine friends are very rare to come by.
So rare.
So my genuine friends, I try to help them as much as I can. Be like, bro, do this X, Y, and Z. Yeah, okay, you mad right now. You don't want to hear this, but you gonna be fine. Yeah. Trust me, this is gonna work. You good, bro. Yeah. Just like that.
That's hard. I feel like with you saying all that stuff, I'm like, damn, you know, everybody, like you said, that comes around. Sometimes you could vibe out. You could really see like, okay, this person, I believe in them, and they're not gonna do this, that, and third. But I feel like one thing about our generation, everybody was trying to get paid, which I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with getting paid, but sometimes it's really more the relationship that's worth more than getting paid. Oh, and facts. The elevation. And a lot of people are just like, nah, bro, I need my... But you reached out to me to collab with me, you know? And it's just like, but I'm like, all right, you know, I'm not going to be arguing about no money, because I know all that shit's going to come right back to me, because like I know my worth and where my brand is going to reach. So I'm like, I don't care for the paying and stuff like that. But that's why I don't charge anybody for my interviews, to be honest with you. Because it's just like, no, because I genuinely fuck with whatever you got going on. I'm interviewing you because I'm a fan of yours, you know?
I was a fan of yours as soon as I got sent your page. And I was like, yeah, we need to set this up.
Really? Who sent you my page?
So Celis sent me your page, and then King Don sent... So Celis sent it to King Don, and King Don sent it to me. I don't know if you know who Celis is. But
that's who I've been talking to.
Yeah, so Celis, he sent to King Don, and King Don was like, yo, you fucking with? And I was like, bruh, I can read it off to you. Yeah, okay, I'm finna read it off to you, because I was like, yo, like, I was like, I'm really fucking with her vibe.
Thanks.
So yeah.
Do you mind if I record you say this?
Yeah, no, record it, man.
Okay, hold up. Let me go on live real quick. I'm just going on live. I never get on live, actually.
You should do it. I don't really do it.
Let me see.
But you should definitely start it. And it's really good for the brands too. Let people know like what you're doing and like how you fuck with, and then you can ask questions and things like that.
You know, it's crazy. What's it called? So I just went on live. And the thing about it is that I really don't even know how to fucking use live. That's how I'm just like, nah, that's the reason.
On Instagram?
Yeah, kind of. Like I know you're supposed to like add like a title so people could be like more engaged to it. So let me try to figure out my life right now.
But yeah, as soon as I got sent your profile, I was definitely messing with it.
That's honestly, like, I'm not gonna lie to you. Sometimes I'm like, does anybody ever like really actually like fuck with my shit?
Nah, see, I don't think that's a good mindset to have.
I know, and that's why that's crazy. Oh, like, hold up, they interviewing me. What? That's my caption. Okay. Now did I go on live now? Okay, now it's connecting.
Yeah, so I was I got sent your profile like a few weeks ago. Yeah. And King Don sent it to me, and he was like, this podcast, like, you want to do like a collab with it? Okay. And so I clicked your profile or whatever, and I was looking at the videos, and then I was like, I like her vibe. Let's set this up ASAP. I was like, we need to set this up. And then he was like, okay, bet. And then we try to collab on a time or whatever, and then but you're pretty busy. So, and I'm pretty busy too. So the timing was pretty hard, because I do photography and stuff.
Yeah, you're busy.
And I didn't know that you were doing your own festival. So like that was that's a really good reason. Like that makes
I was okay. So actually, quick story. Before my actual festival, I actually got sick, but I feel like I got sick because I was just nervous and anxious about it. Yeah, it really is. And people are like, no, I got super sick Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And they were like, Dana, we need to do these promo videos to drop this, that, and third, because like Shaking the Culture Festival, I wasn't never going to do it this year, because I've only been doing the podcast since January 23rd. Yeah. So I just started this year, So like, I want to take my time, this, that, and third. And then I had a friend, he was like, Dana, no, go for it. Try it. Just to get the feel of things and stuff
absolutely.
Like that. So I was just like, damn it. Like, he's all up in my head. Fuck it. I'm just going to do it. I
keep that friend. Right? Keep that friend.
No, facts. Like, yo, if you're watching this, like, you're the reason why I started this stuff. But it's just like, okay, so before the festival, like I said, I got sick. I got really sick. Like I thought I had got COVID. I went to get tested 3 times because I was like, no. Because so I was like, okay, no, Diana. Like I keep on coming out negative and stuff. So I was sick Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And Sunday I was still feeling kind of sick. But like I had to go and do these promo videos with the guys for like all the artists and stuff like that. So I honestly lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, we were busy. But yeah, so I just thought like we just got really busy, and I was like, dang, I have an interview with these guys Sunday. I was like, dang it, like I'm gonna get that canceled because I don't know my test yet. I don't know if I came back positive or negative. And what if I come up and I'm like, dang, now I got the guys gave them COVID. So I was like, no. And then I was like, all right, now I'm ready for sure to do another interview. Because I've had people interview me before on a radio station, and then I just did one with the Bucket List. And this is actually my 3rd interview I've done with somebody else's podcast and stuff like that. So I'm like, what? You guys want to interview me? What? That's amazing. Because like I said, it's just been since January.
The Bucket List is the one in Atlanta, right?
The Bucket List? Yes.
I know that one.
You know that one?
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to the Bucket List. I fuck with them heavy. Like I love the Bucket List.
As soon as you said it, I was like, I know that name. That's the one in Atlanta. Yeah, I know that one.
Really?
I've heard a couple of their, yeah.
Yeah, no, they're hard. You should tap in with them too.
Yeah.
Those are, I love those guys. That's gang right there.
But yeah, like, so what you were saying in the very beginning about let's just do it. Mm-hmm. So what was that one scene in Harry Potter where he's giving the speech to like the young ones, and he's like, every great wizard started where you were. Mm-hmm. And people don't realize that. Like, you know, I'm talking about like Jay-Z, Beyonce, Drake, Lil Wayne. Everyone started at the bottom.
Yeah.
No one started. I mean, maybe Drake, but everyone started at the bottom. Like people came up through rough situations. Like, you know, you came here to America, you know, like had to deal with racism, sexism, you know, all that stuff, whatever, you know, immigration issues, you know, people probably making fun of you and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, you're a minority too.
Yeah.
And so tough situations like that kind of breeds character and kind of makes you want to be better in order to be to the top. You feel me? Yeah. So I love the friend that was like, nah, fuck it, just do it, bro.
I know.
Like,
shout out to KG.
Yeah, KG, you're a real one, my guy. Like, you're a real one, my guy.
Yeah, him, and like I said, the whole Bucket List really, honestly, it's so funny because the Bucket List has this event. They probably, I know they're gonna actually change the name for it. It's called Pass the Aux. So it'd be like, you know, just local artists come out and stuff like that. So since their first Pass the Aux event, they'd be like, oh, shout out to Shaking the Culture, blah, blah, blah. She's always, you know, we collab with her. And they always try to give me the mic. And I was like, oh, no. I'm not doing it. I don't speak on mics. They did that 3 times. One time he actually made me cry because he put me on the spot. So he put me on the spot, and I was like,
shy.
I know, like when I tell you, I was like, no, guys, I can't speak on, like, I don't like being in front of people. I can't do it, you know? And like, I just did my festival and I was on the mic. So it's just like, they're like, and you know, the Bucket List was there, and they were like, Dana, I told you this, like, you know, we believed in you and you believed in yourself, and look, you did a whole festival, and the turnout was crazy for it to be your first event. But like, shout out to everyone who even helped promote Shaking the Culture. True Culture, which is like another management team, he helped, also had his artists out. So it really is like, Shaking the Culture is really kind of like a community thing, because it's like so much support and genuine love and support, and I just super grateful for everyone. Yeah,
genuine support is always returned by genuine support. Like that's why Lil Baby, that's why like when it's his birthday, people go crazy. But Lil Baby's also the type, at least from what I've seen on the surface, you know, like just interviews and stuff, he doesn't say no to nobody. He says yes to everything. He's like, yo, you need help, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Like he puts people on, he gives them money. Like he had and I felt like he did it like this on purpose. Yeah. He had went to a Foot Locker and bought like all the shoes.
Oh, I saw that.
But he didn't have no cameras though. He didn't have like people was recording, like random like strangers on the streets was recording, was like, yo, Lil Baby buying up this. But he went back to his hood and gave out all the shoes to all the little kids. Pictures. And I feel like stuff like that, when you're so genuine, like it gives you real love back. You feel me?
Definitely.
Like even if you're like aggressive with it or you're soft with it or whatever, like it always gives you love back, because like even with me and my friends, right? Mm-hmm. They don't ever ask me to promote their stuff. I do it automatically.
Same.
Especially if I really believe in your cause, like I do it I'll even try to do like a deal with my job for you, like for whatever you're promoting. Like my friend Rama, she's doing a Feed the Hungry on the 18th. And so I told people, I was like, yo, if you donate $25 or more, I'll give you a free 30-minute shoot.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, just to see, you know what I'm saying? She got some donations off of that. And I was like, okay, bet.
Yo, you need to sit in my way. Definitely, I want to do that. I want to get into stuff like that, but I don't want to do like a Shaking the Culture. I want to collab with someone because I feel like there's so many small organizations. It's like, why can't we just collab and make it bigger?
Yeah,
so,
no, facts. I think stuff like that doesn't happen because people don't know about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like a lot of the stuff like that, like it's so small, so it's very local.
Yeah.
Because it's just like her by herself.
Yeah.
So it's like she doesn't have like, you know, like no group behind her, like no funding.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's just trying to get the money like through it being raised.
Yeah.
So it's not even on like some big professional like Red Cross, like it's been promoted all over Atlanta. It's just her by herself. And she was like, yo, I think we should feed the hungry because, you know, niggas be. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, that makes a lot of sense. But yeah, a lot of stuff like that doesn't happen because, you know, like I said, like it's so small and people don't know about it. And, you know, lack of communication and, you know, some people are not really
supporting.
Yeah, some people don't really support with it. But I'd tell her, I'd be like, yo, don't stress that stuff because the ones in your life who support it are the ones that you need in your life.
Definitely.
Like the ones that don't support it, you don't need them in your life. Like if you got to ask them and beg them and they still don't want to do it, like you don't need them in your life. Like you don't.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. With you saying that, you know how artists usually just send you DMs about their music and stuff like that, and they'll like, comment, and whatever. And some people I don't mind because it's like, oh, I actually really do fuck with your stuff and whatever. But I never wanted to be that type of person to slide in people's DMs, like, yo, comment, post, because I just wanted to be genuine. Like
I wanted to grow.
Yeah, like I wanted, if you really support and you see the future on Shaking the Culture or the festival or anything I do in general, go ahead. I'm never going to ask anybody to repost it, share, save, whatever else you got to do on social media. I just really just want to be genuine. Same thing, anybody that I post is because I genuinely fuck with whatever they got going on. So I agree with that. And
I think to the point to your festival is like it being so last minute and it was as big as it was.
Yeah.
I think like consecutively over time it'll get, because you said that you wanted to make it like the Atlanta Rolling Loud.
Yes, that's my goal. You know, it's crazy. After the event, also I had all these artists hit me up like, yo, Dana, when is the next one? This, that, third. Any more events? Sign me up. I want first dibs. Yo, you need to throw one in fall. So I'm just like, what? This is crazy. My DMs are going crazy right now because they want to see this again. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm doing something.
Yeah, you can. And the crazy part is like people don't realize that they could be that person that someone else looks up to.
Yeah.
So there could be like some little girl out there, you know what I'm saying, who was like, yo, I want to be like the next, you know, like I want to be like the next like big, like, you know, podcaster or the big, like, you know, I want to throw her at a festival one day, you feel me? But she's like 5 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we're like, you know, in our 20s, you feel me? Mm-hmm. So it's like 15 years from now, you know, when you're grown and you're retired and got all your money and stuff like that, you can be like, I was just like you. Do it.
Definitely.
You need to do that right now.
Yeah.
Because my mentor, Tommy, like when I was starting off and I was like, yo, I'm so nervous, like he's like, bro, like it's gonna come. He was like, trust me. He's like, bro, like it'll happen. If you're consistent and you're fine with your work, it comes naturally. So same thing with the festival, like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you got artists DMing you right now, imagine like 3 years from now.
I know we're really gonna shake the culture in Atlanta with this one. I'm telling you.
And you're shy. Get out of here.
Look, I was like, that's what I said. I was shy until
Stop it.
Calvin. Shout out to Calvin. He's the one who put me in front of a camera for my graduation photo shoot. And then after Calvin, it was shot by Marco. And after Marco, it was I did some shoots. Then the bucket list really kind of pushed me. You know, like I said. They've always seen so much potential in me, and sometimes when I don't even see it myself, and I'm like, yo, I love those guys for that. Like they really put me on. And yeah, no, honestly, like everybody around me.
What do you do for the nervousness and like the anxiety and stuff?
So when I first did my very, very first interview, I was like, oh my God, I need to take a shot. So we took a shot. It was like, okay.
Who got some whiskey?
You're right. It was like, okay, we need a shot. We just need a shot because it's my first time. And so it's like, cheers, because it's my first interview. And, you know, I had B Media. And see, do you know who B Media is? He's a dope ass photographer.
Is he the light skinned dude?
Kinda.
Well, what is light skin to you? Or I don't know.
That's what I was like. I don't know. What, you know, light skins. There's different definitions for light skins.
There's a B Media that I know who I personally consider light skin. No thing against light skin people. I love y'all.
I don't know. I guess we have to just like check up. Like, oh, is it this guy?
Yeah.
And then so I had B Media and C, and then Victoria. Victoria was kind of like a special guest towards the end, but they honestly, like, I was telling them, like, okay, guys, so do you guys want to introduce yourself? Do you want me to introduce yourself? And then we tried me introducing them, but I was too nervous. And I was just like, okay. But honestly, because I get this question a lot, like, what do you do when you're nervous or when you first started? And it was like, honestly, like, the way my cameras are set up, they're set up to angles where it's like, we don't have to look at the cameras because I just want it to be genuine. I just really want it to be like a conversation with someone. So you
usually have them like upper high and like to the right and to the left.
Yeah, I have one in the middle and then two on the sides, getting my angle and then their angle. Well, now, you know, but when we first started, it was just one camera in front of us. And so what I would do is just like, I just always wanted to do like a conversation. Like I said, with people I have on there, I just already have, there's a vibe and a communication and whatever. So it just makes it easier for me because I forget about the lights, the cameras, the mics, and we just have a full conversation.
Yeah, I forgot that we were recording. I looked down, I was like, yo, it's been like a long time. But let's keep going though. I was like,
oh, for real? How long have we been recording for?
Bro, it's been like almost an hour. It doesn't feel like an hour.
No, exactly.
And it felt like 10 minutes has gone by.
No, exactly. See, and I'm just like, dude, like, thank you for having me on your podcast. Like, it really means a lot. And you guys wanting to interview me and tap in with me.
Well, the reason why, so my first season was really good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was very experimental. We got a lot done. A lot of people reached out to me who want to be on the podcast, and it was really cool. And then this season, I want to be more niche and more specific towards things that I specifically wanted to talk about and people who were professionals in their market.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, so I had like a teacher with a PhD come on.
So
you know, I had like LGBTQ people like who are like been in it since they were kids, like they're activists and everything like that. Okay. You know, like people who are very specific into their market. You feel me? And then you with your podcast and then what you were doing, I was like, oh yeah, like she knows what's up. And then you can also give a different perspective because I'm tired of the male perspective in a lot of things. Like, okay, some things I get it, we're good at. Okay, cool, I feel you know what I'm saying? Yes, that's great. But some things I'd be like, bro, like not everything needs to be male dominated or male led.
Exactly.
Like I'm the most conservative liberal you've ever met because I like money. In that sense, like I love money.
Who doesn't love money?
Hey, there's money in this life. Okay, like there's so much money in this life.
Easy money too.
Oh,
so it's like
God.
You can't complain about anything because there's easy money to it.
Yes.
So
but then
no reason to be broke.
But then I'm liberal in the sense that I don't care how anyone lives their life, or I don't care where you're from or what you're doing, or as long as you're not killing people out here, I don't care what you're doing with your life.
Facts.
Like I got friends from all the way from Africa, from the Caribbeans. I got a friend from Korea. Like I know some people from India. Like I got friends everywhere, you know, like I got friends from Mexico. Like I got friends everywhere.
Yeah.
So I really don't care who you are as a person. If me and you vibe. Like I don't really care, you know, gay, straight, lesbian, whatever. Like,
yeah, I love that.
I don't really care. So I'm the most conservative liberal like you'll probably ever meet because when it comes to that paper, it's a little bit different subject. It's like, all right, what we doing? Like, let's get to
let's let the paper talk for sure. Yeah.
Facts. You gotta let the paper talk, and then you know the paper can talk. You know, we can keep talking some more. You feel me?
Yes.
But yeah, it's definitely like that. But people get shook sometimes because like when I say stuff like that, because like I guess like I'm so aggressive sometimes and like quote unquote manly. When I say stuff like that, they be like, huh? Like,
yeah.
I be like, I mean, if you want to be gay, like, do you, bro?
Yeah.
You know, if you want to do interracial marriage, like, I don't care. Like, as long as she not being you and you not being her, I really don't care. Like, if y'all want 10 kids or no kids, live your life. If you want to get married or don't get married, live your life. You feel me? Yeah. And people, I feel like a lot of men, for some reason can't accept that. Like, You want everyone to act a certain way. Like, shut up, bro. Like, get out my face.
Yeah.
Immature. Like you said earlier, like they're really immature, bro.
Yeah. And also I feel like that kind of has to do with like, I guess they were raised sometimes, because some people, like me and my brother are the total opposite. My brother, he is so my brother is definitely going like our traditional route, you know, and I'm definitely not.
Is he older or younger?
He's actually younger than me. I'm the oldest. Yeah. So it's me, and then like I have 3 sisters and my brother. So my brother is so traditional.
Ooh, that's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mexican family.
I'm Mexican. What can I say? I mean, I'm Mexican. But yeah, no, my brother is super traditional and whatever. And I'm definitely not, you know? So my parents are like, Diana's the crazy one in the family, this and third. Diana, like, what the hell? Like Diana, don't you get scared? And it's just like, no, I'm just out here doing me, you know? But me and my brother, my brother supports me to a certain extent though. Like, I feel, well, this is me. He's never told me this himself, but it's like my brother is just like, I feel like the way he looks at me is like, what the fuck is she doing? What the fuck? Like, she should just stay at her 9-to-5 job in the medical field. Like, what is she doing? But then the more he sees Shaking the Culture or people like talk about it and the way it's going, he's like, you need a financial advisor? I got you. And I'm like, so that's basically his approval. But my brother is super, you know, traditional. So it's like him being the household and this, that, and the third. So I'm just like, yeah, it's just really the way you were raised. That, guys.
So are your parents pretty traditional too?
Super. I'm the black sheep in the family.
Man, I have my mom, like my parents are pretty liberal.
Yeah.
But they be having like some very like traditional values. Like, but I love my parents though. Like my dad is like, if my dad could be my best man in my wedding, he would. Like he would, but apparently he can't do that. Like, yeah. Who makes these rules, bro? It's 2021, but whatever. Exactly. But yeah, like my parents are pretty liberal and pretty traditional because like a lot of black guys I know, like a lot of black kids I know, there's like, yo, we couldn't do X, Y, and Z, and I was like, what? I was doing that as like when I was 16, bro. Like as long as my schoolwork was done, my chores was done, I had a job, and my grades were decent. Yeah. My dad was like, you can do whatever you want, just don't go to jail. He was like, if you want to go out and party, if you want to go out to a club, or if you want to, you know, go out to eat with your friends, that's fine. Just don't go to jail. Yeah. And don't get in no fights. That was his only two rules. He's like, besides that,
go at it.
Go. Like when I went away to college, he was like, oh man, we can't drop you off fast enough, dog. He wanted me out the house, man.
That's funny.
But yeah, he was he's definitely one of my closest friends. But yeah, I think a lot of men could learn from maturing and being less the world is about them, because I don't know, it's kind of annoying, bro. It's 2021, like
about to be 2022. What do you mean?
It's 2022, bro.
What's 2022? The Come pandemic, on now, guys. Man. That should have taught you a lot.
Has the pandemic affected you, really?
Not really. I mean, I did catch COVID last year. But I only got like the symptoms for like 2 days, 3 days. But then I kept on coming out positive for a whole month. And this was before that they were like, oh, it's not contagious after whatever, you know? After
10 days, right?
Yeah, 14. Yeah. Well, it was 14, then dropped down to 10 days.
Okay.
So, but yeah, so I kept on coming back positive, and the doctor was like, all right, we need Diana back. Diana, just come back to the office.
Oh, man.
So, but I mean, like I said, throughout that month, I wasn't really, to be honest with you, I didn't have any symptoms and stuff like that. But no.
You know what's crazy? I think I caught it, but every time I got tested, it was negative.
See, that's the thing though. Did you always go get the nose one?
Yeah. Oh my god.
You should have got the blood one. The blood one would tell you. Yeah, the blood one would definitely tell you if you had it before and whatnot, and if you have the antibody.
Everybody was telling me you need to get like a nose. Like in Atlanta, they were doing the free testing. Yeah. And it was one like across from the CVS, and they were like, "Well, this is the one that you need to take." And I was like, I'm not the medical, bro.
You're just like, okay.
I don't know anything about it. I know penicillin cures people sometimes, like and
sometimes he says sometimes.
I don't know, bro. I don't know anything about medicine, bro. Like I know people go to sleep and they wake up better. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. But yeah, they were telling me that I gotta do the nose one and whatever. And I took the like when I got sick, I took the test like twice, and then I took it a third time a week later. But I quarantined myself, period. Yeah. Because I was like, because I felt. like I could still taste and I could still smell, but I was just tired. Like I was like, and it wasn't like, oh, let me take a nap. It was like, yo, like I'm fucking exhausted.
Yeah.
Like, and then also was like really cold. Like I was like shivering.
Chills and stuff like that.
I was shivering, and so I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. But I personally quarantined for like 2 weeks myself, didn't go nowhere. Like literally I had enough food. Like I had like 3 or 4 weeks of food, so I didn't leave the house. I didn't go to the gym, and none of my tests ever came back positive. Like 0 of them.
Yeah.
I did not get it, and I had to have had it because it wasn't a cold.
Yeah.
Because like I've had cold, like I know how I get when I get colds. Like 3 days I'm sniffling and I'm good to go.
Yeah.
It was 99% COVID.
Yeah, no. And see, that's what I say. Like, I feel like sometimes those, the ones with the nostrils and stuff like that, they don't really come out as accurate and stuff like that. So it's always better if you, let's say you, like you said, you did 2 of them and they came back negative. I would have just gone ahead and just did the blood one, because that one.
I didn't know you could do the blood one.
Yeah, you could do a blood one, and that would tell you if you've had it or if you have it.
That's crazy. I'm probably I have like a physical next week, so I'm gonna do it and be like, did I have COVID before?
Yeah.
Because I've had like 4 tests and they were all negative.
When did you have it?
So this was last year.
Oh yeah, no, it's not gonna tell you
that far back.
No, it would probably tell you like up to like 4 or 5 months.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No. This was like last year. This was like last year around Christmas time.
Yeah.
But I didn't take any shoots and I was quarantined. No, this was like the end of January.
Okay.
Yeah, so I didn't take any shoots and I was quarantined. Because I had shot a wedding, and I feel like I got it from the wedding.
Yeah.
But I was masked up and everything, and everyone was masked up, and I was like, okay, we're Gucci. But I never got the severe symptoms. Like I wasn't short of breath. Like it wasn't like I was dying.
Yeah.
You know.
My cousin is actually right now. She has COVID, and it's been the worst. Like I'm like, dang it, why did that happen to her? She's like the sweetest person ever, and like I love her and I miss her. Like dang it. So, but she's gotten really bad. She had like her X-rays for lungs and stuff like that. It looked like she was smoking for like 20 plus years.
God,
but she's so she doesn't do anything and stuff like that. So I'm just like, I just hate the fact that she's going through it, and it's just like I said, she's the sweetest person ever. I'm just like, why her? Like fuck. Well, of course I want it on nobody, but it's just like, damn, like fuck, because it is hard though.
Yeah, my cousin, he has it, or she has it right now, but she's getting better.
That's good.
So like they had her on the ventilator for like almost 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
And they're slowly lowering her oxygen intake because she's starting to breathe more her own, like slowly.
Yeah.
And hopefully by next week she'll be completely off of it, and they're gonna wake her up. So she's been asleep for like 3 weeks.
Oh my
like
God.
Straight. Yeah. It's kind of sad.
It is.
And they don't know where she got it from because she was quarantined, or not quarantined, but like she didn't go out.
Yeah.
So they don't know how she got it.
See,
And
it's just crazy.
Yeah, but she's positive. Like they test her like every week.
And she's still positive.
And she's still positive, and they don't know where, because according to her daughter, which is also my cousin, she hasn't really gone anywhere. So like she doesn't know
where. But I mean, if the daughter and stuff like that are going out, you can bring that in.
That's very true. I don't know if the daughter's been going out, but I know the mom didn't really go anywhere because because she was very. Older black people were like, oh no, I'm not getting that. I'm not. No, I'm gonna stay home. And I was like, okay, that's cool. Yeah. But yeah, she they're like I think her oxygen intake is like 20% now. Okay. So like once they get like, I think it's like below 10% or something like that, like they take her off and she's completely breathing on her own or something like that. I don't know how medicine works, bro.
You get medicine.
I did business. I'm a capitalist, okay? I don't know.
Medicine is just complicated. That's all I can say.
What's your major?
What's called? Well, I was okay, honestly, I never even wanted to be in the medical field, to be honest with you. I just did it. Be honest. Reason why I wasn't even in the medical field or went to school for the medical field is because my parents were like, Deanna, when are you going back to school? When are you going back to school? I'm the first one for my family to go to college. So
that's gangsta.
Yeah, so I was the first one. So I was like, dang it, the medical field I'm always gonna have a job in the medical field. And
that's facts.
Yeah, like, look, the whole pandemic.
Look, it's a shortage of everything.
Exactly.
It's a shortage of everything. Like they can't get enough people.
Exactly. So yes, I was like, okay, I'm gonna just join the medical field. Not easy money, because learning all that stuff is just like, what? But I'm also interested in stuff like that. Like I'm a person that's like, ooh, why is this happening, or how did that happen? What caused it?
Puzzle.
Yes. So I'm just like so curious about certain things and stuff like that. Especially when we start learning about the heart, I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Or like the brain, and I'm just so into stuff like that.
No, that's good.
Yeah. So reason why I even did medical field is because my parents were like, you need to get a job, or you need to go to school, and because I used to be a manager at Chipotle for like some years, and then I was like, I hate this shit. I fucking hate Chipotle. Fuck them. I was like, no, I can't do this for the rest of my life. Then I did a medical field.
Y'all be stingy with the food, bro.
Okay, look.
Y'all don't be scooping the food, man.
I be all my friends that used to go and be like, yo, Dana, I'm like, but just give them their food. I'll be like, you do what I say.
That is not your food. Share the food. Stop playing with me.
But yo, when I tell you, like, Chipotle's people, like, their corporate people will look at the cameras, come, and like they would come and check, for like scores and stuff like that, and they would really like talk. If you put too much, they'll be like, come here. And they'll like, yeah, be like, it's not like that. It's like this, that, and third. You're only supposed to do blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, dude, I fucking hate Chipotle.
Oh my god.
But Chipotle's food is good though. Like, you can't lie.
No, the food is delicious.
It's decent, actually.
Stop giving me half scoops of chicken, man.
Yeah, but it's like, okay, so being a manager and stuff like that at Chipotle, like they want us to count everything. I don't know if they're still doing that, but they want us to count. And when I tell you, they're on their shits with the meat and whatever, they'll count every single little thing. You threw this away, we need to chart it down why we threw it away, how much was it. They're big. I mean, I get it though, also with looking at their numbers and stuff like that. I get it, but Chipotle is just something else, not gonna lie. They don't get paid enough, just saying. Either.
That's facts. But
yeah.
So this has been an awesome podcast. I think that we did very well. I'm surprised it's been this long. It's been like an hour 10 minutes, bro. Like,
really? Now I need to have you on mine because I didn't get to ask you the questions I wanted to ask you.
Yeah, no, you can put me on yours.
Definitely. Yeah, we could.
What you doing next week?
Next week, I actually have some photos. I have actually working on a project right now for Mexico's Independence Day and stuff like that. So I'm doing a photo shoot and a visual. You gotta shake the culture for sure.
Bro, you know what? You know what's crazy?
What?
I think me and you're gonna be really good friends. Oh. I used to do Independence Day shoots for African countries.
Oh, really?
So I've done like about 12 countries so far.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
Okay, look, quick little twist about mine. My photographer and videographer are actually Mexican. Everybody in this like project that I'm doing, they're all Mexican.
Yeah, I fucks with that.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, like it's rare to see any photographer or videographer be a Mexican. So shout out to
I don't know any.
Shot by Tony, dope for sure. And then 10. It's like 1023 Media. He's dope. He's so fire with the visuals.
Really?
Yeah, I need to. Yeah. And then we have Tony's girl, Sarai. She's gonna help me model and stuff like that. So we're gonna touch up on the creative directing and the set designing with her, and do a photo shoot real quick with that. But yeah, I have that coming up, and also a visual coming with like all Hispanic cultures and stuff.
Oh, that's
it's all dope. Yeah. So this rest of the month I'm doing that, and then also El Dia de los Muertos is coming up too. So we have a photo shoot for that as well coming up. I'm working.
Are you bilingual? I feel like you're bilingual.
Yes.
Because that accent was A1.
¿Cuál acento?
Oh man, I don't know what you're saying.
What accent? Yeah. Everybody's like, you don't have an accent. But then like when people say like, oh, say Claudia, I'm like Claudia or Christian. They're like, do you mean this, that, and third? I'm like,
oh
yeah.
my god, something racist.
I'm just like, so they're like, well, in America you say it like this. I'm like, but I'm Mexican, so I'm gonna say it how I say it.
No, bro, that's so ignorant. Accents vary across the world. Everyone has an accent, first of all.
Yeah.
Every person on this earth has an accent. Because if I go to Jamaica, they're gonna be like, where are you from? Mm-hmm. They're gonna tell that I'm not from Jamaica. They're gonna be like, oh, you must be like from America or England or something like that.
Yeah,
it's like, yes, bro. Everyone has an accent. Like
definitely. Even if you're from New York or Detroit, bro, if somebody's from Atlanta or from the South, because everybody just speaks different. So yeah, but yes, I do have an accent in some. If like you give me something like a Hispanic name, I'll probably say like Herrera, not Rivera or Rivera. You know, it just really depends. Honestly, sometimes I'd be like in my English mode and I'm just like, oh, Herrera or something in the medical field. But I'm like, wait, let me switch it back up. Because that's not how you say it, the proper way you say it. Like Diana.
There is no proper way to say it.
You see, my name, everybody calls me Diana. My name isn't Diana.
What is it?
It's Deanna.
I can't do that.
And yeah, and see, a lot of people
I'm not gonna slaughter it like that.
And see, and a lot of people say Deanna. No, I'm sorry. Please don't call me Deanna. Just keep it at Diana. Let's just keep it simple for you. But no, my real name is Deanna Garcia.
The worst accents come from Baltimore. Oh my god.
Oh, yo.
You too.
Dude, no, okay, look. I can't say nothing about Baltimore because I actually just interviewed an NFL player from Baltimore. He's dope. Yeah, he's dope. Shout out to Cyrus Jones if you're like tapped in, I just interviewed him. Yeah, I have another NFL player, Jonathan, coming up too. I have a lot of things in store. So yeah, but I'm honestly really I'm excited though. I do want to work with you now that you're a photographer.
Yeah, man. Yo, just hit me. I'm gonna give you a number after this. Yeah. Just text me whenever and actually you called me. I have your number.
Okay, I was I don't know whose number I called, but yeah.
You're the 678 number?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, just go ahead and put my number out there.
No. Just the first 3 digits. Just kidding. Now they know that you live in Atlanta. I'm so sorry. I just doxed you. I'm so sorry. Please don't go
You're
good. But yeah, no. This was an awesome podcast. I like first off, I like different cultures. I like cultures that aren't mine because I grew up around mine my whole life. And then I like, learning that, obviously there's different ways of saying names, but learning that, that's really cool. Yeah. And then traditional values, being different, black sheep in the family. That's really cool, bro. I really do fuck with the whole going against the grain, shake the culture. Like I'm really, in 10 years when you're super famous and you've forgotten who I am. No. I'm gonna tell my kids, I knew her. Y'all don't believe
know me. What do you mean?
Never.
That's the one thing about me. I sometimes I just in my own little world, so people need to reach out to me sometimes, But also I need to reach out to people sometimes too. So everybody that's been in my journey and I genuinely fuck with and stuff like that, I'll always remember them.
I feel the love you give out. I can definitely tell the love you give out. You've been smiling this whole podcast. I love it.
Thank you, because you're an amazing person. What do you mean? Your vibe is just there.
I'm gonna cry. I'm so happy you so much. Now. But yeah, so shout out yourself one more time. Shout out your festival and anything you got coming up in the future, so our listeners can listen.
Yes. So guys, like I said, I have a podcast called Shaking the Culture. So follow me on all social medias at Shaking the Culture. My personal IG is Diana_Garcia. And like I said, guys, stay in tune, tap in with Shaking the Culture. Like I said, any artists, any photographers, videographers that would want to be a part of Shaking the Culture Festival, go ahead and reach out to me. Email me, please. Don't DM me. All emails, please. No DMs. But yeah, guys, so tap in with me. Like I said, I have a bunch of events coming up, networking events for females, networking events for everybody next year, and a bunch of other things coming up soon. I'm going to be tapping in with Detroit as well next year. So yeah, stay tapped in with me and see what else I got going on.
Man, you guys stay tapped in. That was my good friend Diana. Can't wait to be on her podcast pretty soon.
Yes, I'm excited.
Collab. I'm gonna start coming out to your events and everything like
Please
that.
Please do, yeah.
We're gonna help each other. We're gonna help the culture grow. And that's Man Versus out. Y'all be blessed and have a good day.
Thanks.